Hey, welcome back to another Moralis video. My name is Bharat, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about how you can use our newly launched PUMP.FUN endpoints in order to fetch newly created bonding and graduated PUMP.FUN tokens. So let's get started. So I'm just going to start with showing you this APIs in action, which you can basically see right here. And as you can see, this is basically the DEX terminal from the video where we basically built it from scratch. And it's basically using our PUMP.FUN APIs in order to fetch the newly created bonding and graduated tokens. So we're going to be looking at all of the APIs that help power this and how you can essentially fetch new tokens as soon as they're created, along with data about the name, description, prices, liquidity, FDVs, etc. And if you look at the bonding tokens, we've also got the bonding curve progress as you see here, and we've got graduated tokens. So this is going to be a continuation of our ultimate PUMP.FUN guide, where we have basically seen how you can retrieve prices, charts, metadata, etc. for PUMP.FUN tokens. And in this video, we're just going to go over the APIs that help you get this kind of data. So to get started, what you can do is you can just open up our documentation, which is available at docs.moralis.com. And once you're here, you will be able to directly access our Solana API in order to find the PUMP.FUN tokens APIs. So once you're here in Solana API, you can click on API reference. And once you've clicked on API reference, click on token API. And here you can see we've got get PUMP.FUN tokens. So these are our newly launched APIs that help you get newly created PUMP.FUN tokens, bonding tokens, graduated tokens, and also to fetch like the bonding status of the token. So to try out the API, what you can do is you can just directly click on method documentation, and that's going to take you to the API page as you see here. So if you want to try this out on your terminal, you just need to get your API key from moralis.com, and if you basically head over to developers.moralis.com, you can basically come in here and copy your API key. And as soon as you have copied your API key, you can head back to our docs and put in your API key right here. So you can see I've already pasted my key here, and now we have got the curl snippet. You can also get the snippet across various languages. So I'm just going to copy the curl command, and let's open up the terminal, and I'm going to try this out. There we go. So now we got the response, and if you look at the response, this is what we basically get in the response. You get the token address, you get the name, symbol, logos basically in case there's a logo available, and then you have decimals, prices, which you can basically see here. You get the price in native currency as well as the USD value. Then you get the liquidity, and then you have fully diluted valuation and when this token was actually created. So you get all of this data across all the PUMP.FUN tokens. So this is basically in real time. So as soon as that somebody creates a token on PUMP.FUN, it's going to get picked up by our indexers, and you will be able to get the new tokens by exchange. So let me just close all the remaining terminals. Okay, so this is our terminal where we just tried our new tokens by exchange. So now we can basically go ahead and try out the bonding tokens, and we're going to see how you can fetch this data. And if you look at this in this, the only difference right here is you get an extra parameter with the bonding curve progress. You can see this one's at 96, etc. So to maybe try this out, let's take I'm going to take this coin, most valuable coin, and let's copy the address. So right now what I've gone to is actually the token page of this particular token. And if you followed the ultimate PUMP.FUN guide video, which I'm going to leave a link in the description as well, you'll notice how we've gotten various data about the PUMP.FUN tokens, like the pair stats, like the transactions, like the charts, etc. So I'm also going to leave a link to this DEX terminal video so you can see both of them, and you will basically learn what all the PUMP.FUN APIs that we use in order to make this kind of cool charts and UI. So we can just copy this token now, which is MVC, and I'm going to go to the bonding tokens by exchange, and let's see. So all right, so we can just run this API and let's actually test it out. So I'm just going to copy this in terminal right here. Let's put in the JQ flag. All right, so there we go. So now we have basically got all of the all of the tokens which are currently in the bonding phase in terms of PUMP.FUN, and that's what you see right here. And if you look at the response, it's very similar to what we saw in the new tokens. You can see the token address, name, symbol, logo, decimals, etc. And you have an extra parameter here which is called the bonding curve progress. So this is how you can actually fetch all of the tokens which are currently in the bonding phase. And if you want to look up, like, let's say the where was I, okay, here. So if you want to look up, let's say the bonding progress of a token, and you saw that we had this token right here in the bonding, we can basically look it up by just copying the address. So let me check, where's the token. All right, looks like we passed that token because there were too many bonding tokens. So I'm just gonna head back to that page. So let's go back here. All right, so this is our token. So we can fetch the bonding progress of this token by just trying the bonding progress API. And if you come here, you've got the get bonding status, and all you need to pass here is the bonding token address. So once you pass the token address, you can either test live API here or go to the terminal. So now since our response is small, I'm just going to do it here. All right, there you go. So now we have got the response from this API, and as you can see, the bonding progress of this token is basically 92.48%. So we've seen how you can retrieve the bonding progress. We've also seen how you can retrieve new tokens, bonding tokens. So the next thing we're going to look at is how you can retrieve the graduated tokens. And for this, we have the get graduated tokens by exchange API. And if you look at all of these three APIs, the URL that we're hitting is basically very similar. And if you look at this, we're hitting /new right here. In terms of bonding, we're hitting /bonding. And in terms of graduated, we're hitting /graduated. And that basically returns us all of the tokens based on the criteria. So I'm going to copy this curl command now, and let's run this and see what we get. There we go. So now if you look at this again, you can see the responses are quite similar. We've got the token address, the name, symbol, logos, etc. Apart from all of these, you also get the graduated at, which is basically going to tell you when this token actually got graduated. So that's what we see right here. And this is how you can ultimately use all of these PUMP.FUN APIs in order to fetch new PUMP.FUN tokens. Apart from just this, to get like the PUMP.FUN tokens by their different phases, if you want to actually render stuff like charts, if you want to render stuff like the pair stats, the transactions, etc., what you can do is you can directly go into the PUMP.FUN tutorial section. So right now, if you're in Solana API, you can click on tutorials. So let's just wait for this to load. There we go. And now you can go into PUMP.FUN API section. So once you're here, you should be sure to check out everything right here in this section. You can basically see how you can embed PUMP.FUN charts, how you can get PUMP.FUN token prices, metadata, swaps, token pairs, etc. And this tutorial basically covers everything. Like if you go into new PUMP.FUN tokens, this is what we basically did just now. We saw how we can retrieve all of the new PUMP.FUN tokens. And if you want to get swaps, you've got a tutorial right here showing you how you can retrieve all the swaps for a PUMP.FUN token. And if you come back to our DEX terminal video, you can see that here this is showing us all of the transactions, and these are actually all the swaps, which again link to the explorer and all of that. So you should be sure to check out these tutorials, how you can actually get various forms of data about your PUMP.FUN token. And you should also check out the video where we cover the ultimate PUMP.FUN API and showcase all of the various PUMP.FUN APIs that you can basically use to get data on your PUMP.FUN token. So this covers everything. Even if you want to embed trading view charts for your PUMP.FUN token, you will be able to directly copy the embed code and get charts for your page as well. So that's how essentially you can use the PUMP.FUN APIs in order to fetch new tokens, bonding, graduated tokens. So essentially with this API, you can build a lot of dashboards. You can do a lot of cool analysis on various PUMP.FUN tokens and check how much of them actually go from bonding into graduated phase, etc. So you have also got the pagination support in this endpoint. So if we go back to our API and go back to token, PUMP.FUN tokens, you can see we've got the cursor. So if in case you want to paginate more than 100 results, you can use the cursor that you get with the response in order to actually paginate between that. So that's what you see right here in terms of the response. And yeah, so if you have any questions in terms of what you can build with these APIs, or if you have any doubts about these APIs, feel free to drop it in the chat and I'll be sure to respond to it. And I'm excited to see what you build with these APIs. So stay tuned for all further videos and subscribe to stay updated on our latest content. Thank you.